Hello, my name is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab and my first YouTube video. I've seen this diamond fold card used by a lot of UK crafters and a few here in the United States. I wanted to give it a go, but I could not find easy card measurement directions using the score pal. So I played around, experimented a bit, and was able to devise my own measurements. So come on in, and I'd like to share with you what I learned. To get started, you're going to need your score pal and a 4x12 piece of cardstock. Please make sure that the cardstock sits flush in the score pal. I had to actually remove this little piece from mine. I was using die cuts with a view paper. It's important that it sits flush. You also need your scoring tool that comes with the score pal, and you're going to make a score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. Now we're ready to prepare for our diagonal folds. Before doing so, we need to mark the 6-inch center line on our card, top and bottom. Flip it over and do it on the reverse. This is going to ensure the accuracy of the diamond when we fold those diagonal folds. We want to make sure it remains in the center of the paper. Now take your paper and take that corner piece and place it into the 3.5-inch mark at the top of your score pal as indicated by the arrow. The bottom right hand side of your cardstock will be somewhere around the 8.5-inch mark. This is not so much as important as ensuring that either that 2 or 10 vertical score line you made is lined up with your pencil mark at the bottom, and you're going to score at the 5-inch mark. Continue to do the same on all of your diagonal lines to create your diamond, lining up that vertical score line with the pencil mark to ensure accuracy. Flip the paper over and repeat on the opposite side. Now you can see all of your score lines, and that diamond is front and center in that center fold. Before I do any folding, I do need to remove those pencil marks. I'm going to bring in my cutting mat, and I'm using a Sakura foam eraser just to remove those marks. Because it is white and foam, it will not leave any residue behind. Remember to remove them from the back also. Although the score pal does come with its own scoring tool, I like to use my bone folder for folding. I'm going to go along those vertical creases, ensuring that everything is lined up, and I'm going to give them a nice crisp fold on both sides of the fold. And I'll continue to do this on the other side of the card. This is now the beginning of your frog leg cards. Now you're ready to fold on the diagonal. Ensure that everything is lined up in square from top to bottom when you make the crease. If not, this is the opportunity to finagle or fudge it just a little bit to ensure that that diamond once again is going to remain in the center of your card. Now that you've completed all of your folds, you're ready to push in the corners at the sides. When you hold it up, they will automatically fold in on themselves. I generally lay this down, use my bone folder to make sure those creases are nice and tight. I'll do that again on the opposite side. It's almost like the gator mouth. You press it in and it will fold back in on itself. You'll see your diamond shape. Lay that down flat on your cutting mat. Take your bone folder and press it out again, making sure everything is nice and tight. Then once you fold it all up together, voila, there it is, your frog leg diamond fold card. Now you're simply ready to decorate it. For my card, I chose some simple adornments. I have some die cut pieces that I'm going to simply apply some adhesive to. I actually like the Joann's tacky glue, and stick those three together, and I'm going to layer on top of that. One word of caution is you don't want to make your sides too heavy, nor do you want to make your front too heavy, because the card just might tip over. I do want to apply an additional adornment to this piece, so I'm using two of my star punch out shapes, and I'm going to use one of my favorite tools, which is the Glossy Accents from Ranger. I love it as a glue, and I'm simply going to adhere these two together a little off skew, pierce it with my poker tool, insert my brad, flatten out those prongs, and once I've glued down the heart, I can attach the entire thing to my card piece that's going to go on the side of my diamond fold card. I'll adhere that one to one side and my USA tag to the other. That one was pre-made. Now I'm ready to add my centerpiece. I have a circle die cut that I'm going to use, and on top of that I'm going to place a picture of myself and my darling son and adhere the three stars going around the circle. I've applied foam dots to the back of our picture just to raise it up a bit. I turned it over and applied the circle from the back since it's slightly off center. And now it's just a matter of putting on the stars and taking that entire piece, placing foam dots again on the back of that just to raise it up a bit from the card and to adhere that entire thing to the card front. And there is your diamond fold frog leg card. Really, really cute. I'd like to bring back in the first card that I showed to you that I made for this year's 4th of July, and there's also one that I did in red. There are many uses for these cards as far as place settings, to be used at Thanksgiving time. Maybe you can put a picture on there of what you're most thankful for, quotes as conversation starters. Many, many uses. Thank you for joining me here at the Learning Lab. Please check out my blog at inkallusions.blogspot.com.